Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So by the title, you guys know what this video is about. My favorite highlighters, either at the moment or some holy grails, and of course I will be telling you which are which. I'm also going to be sharing a little bit of information on these. These are the shades that I would say work best for my skin tone. I'm going to be talking a little bit about some super blending highlights and some that are more subtle and that I like to wear every day. So this is just a straight highlighter video. So if you're not with it, this is probably not the video for you guys. If you're not into like the whole like glow shimmery look, you should probably check out one of my other videos. So this is probably one of my favorite topics, and I don't know why it's taken me so long. I guess because of the fact that I know that I have so many that I love that it's kind of hard to like sit down and to just talk about just these, because there's honestly so many I've got to try out. A million highlighters. Now they are in no particular order. I'm going to tell you the ones that are more holy grail for me. So the first one I wanted to talk about, now this is an oldie but a goodie. This is the Anastasia Beverly Hills So Hollywood Illuminator. So I've been using this bad boy since they launched, and I think that they came out maybe 2 or 3 years ago, and for whatever reason homegirl always reaches for this highlight. So I have definitely put a dent in this. I haven't hit pan in it yet because I constantly switch them out because I like to switch my look up. But this is definitely one that stays super close to me, and this is also one that I travel with. I do think that they restocked this because I know for a while they didn't have it, but I will double check if this one is restocked and where you can pick it up from. So this is what it looks like. So it is just a true light gold highlight. Show you some finger swatches first. Then I'm going to do some swatches on the back of my hand. So this is like the perfect like champagne light gold highlight. It is not like a chunky formula. It's a super smooth formula, and it just looks super pretty on the skin. It's actually what I'm wearing today, and this is what it looks like all blended out. Now I do have some powder products, some liquids, creams, so depending on your preference and your skin type, there are a few different options here for you. So the next one we have here, this is a new one for me. This is the Maybelline Master Chrome Metallic Highlighter in Molten Gold. So I actually recently was sent this highlighter, and it's so pretty, and this is a great buy. This one's only $8. So this is what it looks like in the pan. And this is what it looks like swatched on the skin. This one has more of a rose gold kind of highlight to it. So beautiful, especially for the price point. You are definitely getting a steal with these, and you can see that they go on very buttery. They don't have like a chalky feel to them. Hope you guys are getting that. Yes. So the next one we have here, this is the Cover FX Custom Enhancers in the shade Moonlight. Now this is going to give you some serious glow. This is a liquid highlighter. Now the only issue that I have with it, now I can still wear it because I am on the lighter side, and I know that they have, I forget what the one for deeper skin tone is, but that one just a little bit too bronzy for me. It doesn't really look like a highlight. So this is Moonlight, which is the one that looks best on my skin tone. I just wish that they had one that was a little bit more yellow toned, but in reference to the formula and the glow, it is beautiful. But I'm sure they're eventually going to expand their collection. Hint, hint. So this is what it looks like. Just comes with a drop applicator, and I didn't even have to blend that out, guys. I used way too much. You will be shining from across the country using this bad boy. So pretty. Now obviously I used excessively too much. You just want to use a little bit on the high points of your face. So if you're not sure exactly where to wear highlighter, you can wear it on your cheekbone area. Of course, you can dab a little bit on your chin, but be careful because that might give you more of an oilier look. A little bit on the bridge of the nose. You can even put some on the arch of your eyebrow and just like blend it out. And some people like to put it in the center of their forehead. I do have more of an oily skin type, so that would look crazy on me because I always get oil breakthrough no matter what products I use. So I never put any highlight on the center of my face, but I just like to usually highlight the cheekbone area, my nose, a little bit on top of the brows when I want to pop. So you guys can see this has more of a silvery finish to it. I am more of a gold girl. I'm just very like warm. I'm all about like warm tones. So that's why I'm hoping that they're going to come out with one that's a little bit more gold, because obviously I will be reaching for that one a lot more. So the next one we have here, this is Oh Darling by MAC. Now I believe that they recently brought this one back. So pretty. This is definitely one of my favorites. And this one is a gold highlight. But you guys are catching that. And I really like this one because it has a really smooth texture to it. Some of them are a little bit, you can feel they're a little bit more powdery, but it doesn't bother me because they don't kick up and they don't look crazy on the skin. But some of them just feel really smooth to the touch. This one feels really nice on the skin and it kind of like melts in, which is why I love this one. So pretty. The next one we have here, this is the Tarte Cosmetics. This is their Gleam team. It's a highlighter, cream and liquid in one product. And I live for their double duty line. It basically usually has 2 products in one. This side has a cream stick highlighter and this side has the liquid highlighter. So I'm gonna obviously show you swatches of both. So you see what that looks like right there. And that is the liquid side. Now, cream highlighters are really nice if you have drier skin. And when you blend it out, you can either apply a little bit more for like that super highlighted look, or you can blend it out and it just gives you that really natural highlight. And the liquid side, you can do the exact same thing. You can blend it out until you have like that perfect highlight, which is why I really like these products. I feel like they're very forgiving and you can get that very natural look, or you can amp it up if you want that like super glam highlighted glow. So that's what those two look like blended in. So liquid and cream highlighters are great if you have drier skin. So if you get dry from the winter time, or if you have more fine lines in your face and you don't want to apply powder products because you feel like that amplifies the look, I find that using those products and then just kind of dabbing them in just gives you a very like fresh face look, which is why I usually opt for cream and liquid products in the winter time, because my skin is usually a little bit more dry, or I'll even use them in the summertime if I want that very dewy look. Iconic London also has a really nice highlighter. Now this one doesn't necessarily work for me. It's a little bit too deep, but if you're looking for something for medium to deeper skin tones, this one's really nice. This is in the shade Glow. This is also a liquid highlighter. And this is what it looks like. Gives you more of that bronze look, but you can see that it kind of shifts to like a rose gold metallic shade. So pretty, especially on deeper skin tones. This will really make the highlighted areas really pop. So you basically apply them, you blend them out until you like the way that they look, and then they just set themselves. Or you can even use a little bit of a powder product on top, which is what I like to do. I'll use a liquid highlighter and then I set mine with just a tiny amount of powder highlight, and that just amps it up and just gives it this very like intensified highlighted look. The next one we have here, this is by Makeup Forever. This is their new Artist Face Powders. This is the highlight in H106, I believe is the number, and I will double check. So this is what it looks like. Now, they have these tiny little pans, so they're refillable. So they have this size, one that fits 2 or one that fits 3. And these are super soft. And I love the way that this product swatches. It looks so beautiful. This is a very like golden highlight. So if you like golden highlights, I definitely would say check these out. Another reason I really like these is because they're really easy to layer without looking too heavy. Same thing with foundations. You know, there's some foundations that you apply, and the more you apply it, kind of looks really cakey. With this product, you can apply 4 or 5 layers. I'm just packing it on there, and it still looks like skin. Obviously, there's a lot of highlights, so it looks like super intense, but it doesn't look powder and it doesn't look chalky. And it photographs so stunning. Yeah. The next one we have here is Skinny Dip. This is by Jouer Cosmetics. This is what it looks like. This is one of their newer highlighters and definitely my favorite from the collection. It is so beautiful and so soft. Like, I don't know what it is. If a highlight is very like chunky, even if it looks really pretty, I'm honestly not too crazy about it. I'll probably skip it just because it ends up getting everywhere. But this one, it kind of swatches like a liquid highlighter. So you guys see those swatches? So beautiful. I'm just gonna blend it out so you guys can get. And this formula is so buttery. It just kind of becomes one with your foundation. You know, at times when you apply powder highlighters and you have a very like matte face because you try to make it last all day, and then the highlight sits on top of your skin. It's one of my makeup pet peeves. This one doesn't do that. It melts in with your foundation, even if you do have more of a powdery look or a cakey look or whatever. I personally like my makeup powdery, and then I apply a little bit of setting spray, and that just kind of makes my face look a little bit more like skin. Now this is like a true gold. It has like a hint of rose gold, but it's definitely like a gold highlighter. That shift is beautiful, especially when you catch it at the right moment. Yeah. The next one we have here is from Artist Couture. This is in the shade Conceited. This is from Angel Mac Daddy's makeup line, and you guys know, if you know who he is, his highlight is always super poppin'. So, of course, these are going to be everything. Now, these are a loose highlighter, so you want to make sure that you're using them either with a damp brush so that they don't go everywhere, and it basically just swatches exactly where you want them to go. So this is what they look like on my finger, and I'm just going to do them dry, just so you guys can see what they look like. Now, adding a little bit of water to them is just going to intensify that pigment. So they are going to look ultra reflective, and these are also finely milled, so they also just blend into the skin really nicely. These are so beautiful. Now, there's a ton of different shades in this collection. I want to say that there's maybe 12 or 14. I really love this one. I think this one might be my favorite. We are winding down. So the next one we have here is from Becca. Now, if you guys are familiar with Becca Cosmetics, you guys know highlighters is one of those things that they do really well. Now, Opal is probably my favorite shade. They have a few different ones. This is what Opal looks like. I think it might be their most universal shade. And this is what it swatches like. This formula is also very soft. Like I said, they do highlighters really well. One of their newer ones, which is Bronzed Amber, and I've been loving. Now, this isn't necessarily a highlighter because it just gives you a very light shimmer. I would say that it's more of like a rose gold, but it looks really beautiful if you wear it on your cheeks and then you wear your highlighter. You don't want to go too crazy with this, but this gives you that very like healthy, fresh face look. You can mix this with a little bit of a matte blush and it just looks so beautiful. I like to mix that with like MAC's Peaches. I apply it on my cheeks and my cheeks just look very awake. And then I just pop on a little bit of highlighter and I'm kind of like out the door, and that just gives me a very glowy, fresh face look. The next one we have here is Laura Geller. This is Gilded Honey. I have been using this bad boy for a minute. It looks busted, but it doesn't like seem to like really end. It's the perfect highlight if you just want something very intense, but something that you can blend out and still give yourself a really natural highlight. That's one of the reasons I really like this formula, because depending on how I want my makeup to look, I can just blend this out and kind of just sheen it out so that it's just enough, or I can like go straight into the pan and I can give myself that very intense glow. This one also looks really amazing on medium skin tones because this is like that light gold with just like a hint more gold in it. So beautiful. And this is the Tarte's Pro Glow. This is their liquid highlighter in the shade Exposed. Now these are so beautiful, guys. I feel like that's my descriptive word for highlights. Now you just use a little bit of this product. Obviously I'm going to use a little bit more so you guys can really see it. So you just apply just a little bit to your skin. I believe this comes in 2 shades, one a little bit warmer and one's a little bit more cool. And this gives you that like, yes, highlight. I love to use this on my collarbone, and I love to use this on like the high points of my face, especially if I'm going for something a little bit lighter and I want my skin to look very dewy. Also, with using something like this, since this is a light gold, you can also pack on something that's a little bit more yellow, and it kind of gives you that like duochrome look without using too much product. So you can just use a little bit of this and then just pop on a powder product that has more of a yellow gold, something like the Laura Geller or like the So Hollywood, which has that warmer tone in it, and it just looks so beautiful when you mix those two together. So that is what it looks like. And this is the Marc Jacobs. This is the Dewdrops. I actually spoke about this in my favorites video, so I wanted to share it with you guys for anybody that didn't see it. This one has like a pinch more of I wouldn't even say it's like a pink shade, but I would say it's like a pearlescent shade in there. And it also gives you more of that metallic look. Now you can pack this one on. I like to apply this literally everywhere. And you can even use this as a base under your makeup and your skin will just look super radiant and beautiful. So when applying this under your foundation, you just want to apply a tiny amount of product. You want to do like 4 dots, blend it in so that you just have a pretty sheen to your skin, and then you apply your foundation on top. Now if you're using a light to medium coverage, this will shine through and it'll give you that dewy look. But if you apply too much, you'll look very like, it'll just be like too intense. You'll look like a metallic face, which will just look a little bit too crazy. But if you just apply just a touch of it, it looks really, really nice under foundation. And you can do that with any liquid highlighter. Any liquid or cream highlighter, really, you can use them underneath your foundation. If you're too nervous to use them on top, I would definitely say try that first, kind of play around with it. So those were all of my favorite highlighters and just a few suggestions to you guys with a few little tricks on how to use them. If you like these types of videos, just let me know in the comments below or just leave me a thumbs up. Also, if you have any other suggestions into what top 10 or top million video I should do next, just let me know. I'm thinking about doing every category because I feel like I have a good amount of products I can kind of talk about. I'm thinking about doing maybe like my favorite nudes next, my favorite nude lipsticks, not my actual favorite nudes. My favorite nude lipsticks, because I feel like I'm always rocking a nude. I have a ton, so I'm going to narrow it down for you guys. Let me know if you want to see that video, if there's something else you would prefer for me to do. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.